Facebook, YouTube, and Operation Home. Forgive my lighting once again, but I just need to get this video done so I can keep you guys updated on what's going on. I will start from the beginning. Originally, of course, we had found the mobile home and purchased it from, and actually, if I could, I want to show you guys. It was Nikki Bevins and Jonathan is who we bought the trailer from for $1,500, and I have, this is my, this has been my go-to file holder, whatever you want to call it. I've got all my stuff in here, all the receipts and things like that. Anyway, as I'm looking for this. Anyhow, so, purchased the mobile home back when I told you guys that we did, and, you know, everything was fine. It had been notarized. There wasn't a title where it was a 1978 model, I think it is. So, there was no title. So, anyway, it was notarized. Everything was, you know, set to go. And then, of course, Mike, God bless him, he had to work. And things came up, the weather, and all that kind of thing got involved. And so, everything kept getting pushed up, right? Totally aggravating. Anyhow, so finally, the day came. Mike was there. I came that morning. He already had the trailer hooked up. Everything set to go. I mean, literally hooked onto the truck, ready to pull out. So I came to take some pictures and whatnot, and I noticed that the truck door was open, and he wasn't in the truck. So I'm like, where did he go? I thought he was kidnapped. I freaked out. So he comes walking from across the street to tell me that there is a little problem. So I'm like, oh no, you know, something's wrong with the trailer. It can't be moved, something crazy. No, that wasn't it at all. So I go over there with him, and he informs me that I was spoken myself crazy. Anyway, he informs me that the trailer was under land contract, and that the people that are in the land contract with Jonathan and Nikki, those people weren't informed that the trailer had been sold, and that they, you know, were not happy because it would be a breach of contract. At which time I informed them, you know, I had purchased this trailer, you know, and here's the paperwork to say so, which I'm getting right now. Back to what I was doing. Anyway, so a minor argument ensued. I won't go into the hairy details, but, you know, I let them know. Her name was like Tammy Collins. It's her mother that actually owns the land and trailer and is selling it to Jonathan. Actually, not so much Nikki. It's Jonathan's name that's actually on the legally on the property as well. The mother, I think, was upset because Jonathan and Tammy had a few words, and this all was going on right across from where the trailer is at Kemper. It's like some kind of machine shop or some kind of metal place. I don't know the name of it. Anyway, I'll post it later or something. Anyhow, they weren't happy with the way that he spoke to Tammy. So they said the trailer will not be moved, you know, that he messed up by the way he talked to them, and that they can't sell something they don't own because it's under land contract. Well, the deed that they had, you know, they Jonathan and Nikki, which I talked to Nikki, she had said that theirs, you know, they understood it that, you know, everything on the property belonged to them to do with as they pleased. The Tammy Collins, of course, who technically does not own the land, but her mother does, so she's speaking for her mother, who was sitting there at the time. She's, you know, adamant that, you know, you simply can't sell something that you don't own, and that the money that was received, the $1,500 that Jonathan and Nikki received, need to be given to her mother to go towards their payment on the land. So I was fine with that. I said, okay, who owns this trailer? Because, you know, I bought it, and this is going to a family. Can we not put our differences aside here? Who cares how who talked to who? Let's just get this done. And Nikki was there. God bless her heart, pregnant as she could be, and everybody upset and crying. I was in tears. Everybody was a mess. And I said, you know, I just don't understand why the agreement couldn't have been reached, and just go ahead and let me get it out of there. I mean, it's hooked up to the truck people. Mike, totally trying to be neutral and get everything resolved, you know, quickly as possible and peacefully as possible. Nikki had told him that, yeah, you know, okay, well then, you know, we'll just give you the $1,500 and we'll just, you know, call it a day. Well, at that time, Tammy Collins stated that, no, she wanted her attorney to write up a new contract so that her mother would be covered, which I understand that. That's fine. And so I have been calling her every single day, at which time she'll tell me, whenever I find out, I'll call you. I don't think she's grasping the concept that these people have been waiting over a month now, and I'm trying to politely let her know that. I don't want to seem pushy, but at the same time, I want her to know the importance of what's going on, that, the money that's riding on this does not belong to me. This is donated money from really good people that are trying to make this happen, and, this is just putting a slag in the wheel. And while I see her point, Jonathan and Nikki should have informed me in the beginning that it was a land contract so that I could have took further steps to ensure that everything was legally in place. At the same time, I really wish Tammy would go ahead, and once her mother accepts the money, to go ahead and let me get it out there, do what I got to do, and then they can work at their own contract, whatever they got to do. But at any rate, she told me that she was going to, keep calling her attorney, and that, she tried to call today, and he was in court, and you know how that goes, but that she was going to get in touch with me. Now, I told her that, I had been waiting now for a week, well, right at a week, I mean, my gosh, for this attorney to draw up this new contract or whatever has to happen. And she said her mother would not accept the $1,500 and agree to let the trailer be moved until then, and that they're really good people and that they want to see this family get this home, but it's just a big hold up and a big mess. The devil is hard at work, obviously. So I'm left with this dilemma. I told her that this could drag on. Honestly, this could drag on for months. They may never come to an agreement if she's not happy with this and they're not happy with that. So the bottom line is, if this is not resolved by Monday, I will be forced, unless, divine intervention, and then they all of a sudden get it done, or, if somebody has a trailer for $1,500 they're willing to sell that is suitable, I'm going to have to get the money back and then return everybody's money. And then I'm going to have to explain to the family that this is not going to happen. I mean, mind you all, sitting downstairs in my living room is all the things that go in the trailer that has been purchased. Actually, the furniture was delivered to the trailer. It's sitting there right now. So I'll have to also retrieve that. It's a huge, huge mess. And it shouldn't be that way. Trying to get somebody a place to live that has went through what they have went through, it should not be this way. And I'm asking you guys to pray that something gives, and that really what I would like to see happen is that lawyer to get those stupid papers drawn up ASAP. I mean, this is like a top priority issue if you ask me. And for people not to let petty, I don't like the way this person talked to me, or they did this wrong or that wrong. In the end, nobody needs that trailer except for the family. At the end of the day, they're going to go home. I'm going to be at home. Everybody else involved is going to be at home, but Kim and her family are not going to be in their home. And that pisses me off. Okay? So everybody pray this gets done. To everybody involved that has donated money, you guys let me know. Do you think I should continue to wait further than Monday, or just call it a day and I will just return everybody's money? And I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I wanted to let you guys know exactly what was going on in this situation. So basically, Nikki and them, were under the assumption where they had been paying on the land forever and ever and ever, that, in their deed it said that they were free to do what they wanted. But then when I spoke with Tammy, their deed says no, that's not the case. It's yours to do what you want with, but you cannot sell it, which I understand that too. So, yeah. But I did want to make it clear that I was never told it was on land contract when I bought it. I mean, obviously, I would have dug a little deeper and, try to make sure all the loose ends were tied up. But, that's a lesson learned. But anyhow, you guys let me know what you think, what your feelings are on the subject, and just let me know. So that's where we're at. So if you've got any questions, message me. I'll be happy to explain any more to you if you want to know any more details. I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I just feel like you guys have the right to know exactly what's going on, and that's what's going on. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close.